Hello?
Bucky.
Ow.
Bucky, what the fuck was that?
Fucking shit, it was in my head.
Bucky, what the fuck was that?
Somebody knocking at the door?
Knocking at the
Let's
door.
just go
It's fucking 3 in the morning.
I don't know. What the fuck is with your lightsabers, dude?
It's not working.
None of them fucking work.
Okay.
Oh,
Come on, get up. We gotta wake Justin up.
Justin, come with us to the. Oh my lord.
Justin.
You okay?
Justin? Oh shit.
Justin.
Justin.
Call an
Justin.
ambulance. Call an ambulance.
Justin.
Call an ambulance.
Are you gonna be?
Stay still. Stay still. Oh my god. Dude. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out, dude. You okay?
Bucky. Bucky, are you okay?
What the fuck just happened?
He's gone. He's gone.
Where'd he go? Justin.
Come on. Come on.
Where'd he go? What the fuck was wrong? What?
We gotta go find him.
Oh, I'm awake.
No power.
Is somebody still at the door? Check the door.
I'm starting to think there was no one at the door.
Oh, wait, fuck!
Oh my god.
Hello? Justin! Justin! Come on!
Come on.
This isn't funny.
I don't think he's up here.
This isn't funny.
I don't think he's up.
Check the door. Check the front door. Because somebody was knocking. Somebody was knocking.
One, two. Oh, motherfucker!
What happened? There's like a critter on the roof? Justin!
Bucky? I don't think we're alone in here. Where the fuck is he?
Oh man. Check the kitchen.
Okay, let's go.
Justin? Justin? Buddy? You over here, pal?
Shit. Oh, fuck. Was that Justin?
I don't know what.
Oh, shit. Okay. He's in the basement.
Somebody's fucking with us around the house. Where are you?
Oh!
Oh, shit!
Oh, fuck.
Oh my fucking god.
Is he down here?
This is like a fucking movie. This is so fucking good.
Is he down here?
Justin,
It's so dark.
you better be the one fucking with us.
Justin. Come on, man. No more games.
Are you alright?
No more games. Come on, man.
Is he in the laundry room? Nothing.
Okay, you go ahead of me.
Alright, Justin. Come on. You having a sleepwalking episode or something?
The door's open.
Power still off?
The door's open.
Power.
The door's open.
Okay, in the garage. Why would he be in the garage?
Okay.
Justin! Are you
Justin.
out here?
Hello,
Hey.
Justin.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Oh.
Justin! Somebody was knocking upstairs.
Justin.
Come on.
Why are you out here, man?
Come on.
Justin.
Fucking with us upstairs.
Justin?
Mary.
Justin.
Did I see you or something?
What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Inside. Somebody keeps pounding the
fucking doll? Oh. Oh. Wait!
Justin, stop! Justin, come on! Justin, come on! Come on, wake up! Wake up! Come on, listen! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Out of the Basement. Little set change today.
Yeah.
We don't have the table, so we're going a little old school here.
Yeah.
Because we used to sit on a couch way back in the day. I'm Nate, and I'm joined with Steven and Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today we are ranking the Conjuring Universe. That is the Annabelle movies and the Conjuring 1 and 2.
So why is it called Conjuring Universe if there's movies that aren't called The Conjuring?
It's a good question, and I don't know.
Probably because The Conjuring started it all, perhaps?
I would think it would just be like the Ed and Lorraine Warren cinematic
Yeah.
universe.
Right.
Well, they weren't in...
That's not as catchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that The Conjuring is a universe is kind of stupid anyway, but
It's rather silly.
yeah.
I mean,
Anyways.
whatever.
Let's just jump right into it. It's
Yeah.
a short list. There's only 4
Yeah.
movies. But
Yeah.
we figured we'd do that because Annabelle Creation just came out this past weekend.
It's pretty good.
And it's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
So without further ado, boys, let's jump right into it. Coming in...
By the way, just if you're curious what the 4 movies are, it's The Conjuring, The Conjuring 2, Annabelle, and Annabelle Creation. Just if you didn't know what the Conjuring Universe films were.
Yes.
Now we're going to rank.
And soon to be The Nun,
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately.
In 2018.
At least the Nun 2 will be good.
Yeah, The Nun 2 will be good. So starting off at number 4, last place, we've got Annabelle 1, which is...
Annabelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I just want... Yeah, just Annabelle. Really shitty movie.
Very
Yeah.
obvious pick.
The cast
For number 4.
looks like they were just picked out of a soap opera.
Yep.
Uh,
Really just a fucking boring cash grab movie that has a couple good scenes that... If you do your research online, you might think that James Wan himself directed those scenes. Of course, it's not confirmed, but there's some hard evidence suggesting that the only good scenes in Annabelle 1 were not directed
which
by...
Annabelle was the first movie out of the Conjuring universe that wasn't directed by James Wan. So
a spin-off.
yeah.
Number 3 is The Conjuring 2. Pretty controversial.
Yeah. This is where we kind of disagree. Bucky and Nate agree. I disagree. The Conjuring 2 has some silly moments, I'll agree, like the, what is it called? The stick figure man?
The Crooked Man.
Yeah, the Crooked Man. But The Conjuring 2 still has that, like, just
The-
that James Wan creepy imagery, like, charm that he brings into a lot of his horror. And, I mean, not to say I didn't like Annabelle Creation or the first Conjuring. Those are very good movies, too. I mean... It's a pretty good franchise so far. There's only one movie that I wouldn't own on Blu-ray, or like one movie that I don't want to watch again, which is the first Annabelle. But this is just where we disagree slightly.
True.
Very slight disagree.
Like The Conjuring 2, it's such a crime because the set pieces are so good. And then it's just like the third act especially, it's just like what happened to the writing? It's almost a completely like different movie.
Yeah, it has an extremely rushed ending.
A stupid ending.
Yeah, the Crooked Man is such a Babadook ripoff that it hurts.
And then there's just a momentum halting situation and scene that just completely kills any tension.
Yeah, I think ultimately for me, with The Conjuring 2, it's just the fact that like it tries too much with how much time it has. Like, you're introduced to Bill Wilkins, you're introduced to the Crooked Man, you're introduced to the Nun. Like,
Which, random side note, why is the Nun spin-off movie called The Nun? Shouldn't it be called Valak? Like, that'd probably be a cooler
Yeah,
title.
that would be a better name.
The Nun.
But would general audiences like
I mean,
put that together?
I just think There's so much terrifying imagery in The Conjuring 2, though. Like, especially the nun. Like, that scene when she's just, like, at the end of the hallway, and the painting scene, and the basement. And, I mean, there's plenty of scary imagery with Bill Wilkins.
My name is Bill Wilkins, and I'm 73
But
years old.
But like, how much
like
tension?
you guys said.
How much tension is there going to be in the nun when all you have to do is say her name, and then it's
Well, that's
done?
the same for every demon in these movies. Like, all you have to do is say their name. Like in The Conjuring one, they say Bathsheba or whatever, and just go.
Is that like because I know like Lorraine Warren considers herself like a demonologist, like whatever the fuck that is. Is that like something with actually like a thing in demonology where it's like if you learn the demon's name, then
you can gain power over it?
Because like you said, it's a trend. It happens a lot. It's just like, I wonder if that's a real... I guess that's a subject for a different video, perhaps.
Yeah.
That's for... Yeah. But, like you guys said, there is pacing issues with it, and it kind of debunks itself.
Yeah.
When, like, in reality, I mean, you know, none of us really believe in demons, but it's more of psychological horror. That is why I love these types of movies. And it actually scares me, even though I know it's not real. It's because they actually show you in The Conjuring 2, like, how they debunked it. And how it was all staged, and how the girl was on tape, like, throwing stuff. Yeah. But the way they filmed it...
That's what I was mentioning earlier. The momentum-killing scene was that.
I mean, it's nice that they want to show, like, some amount of realism, but I'm not watching The Conjuring for a realistic take on ghosts and demons.
These movies are supposed to be as if demons were real, and the events that they said happened, like, 100% truly happened.
Right.
So
I'm not looking for them to debunk themselves in the same movie. Anyways, moving on to number 2, Annabelle Creation.
Surprisingly good.
I called it, folks. Yep. Lights Out was a great movie. They got the director of Lights Out to direct this Annabelle movie. And what do you know? You give a horror movie to someone who actually gives a shit, and they make a good product.
And it's like a new trend they're starting with modern horror. They made Ouija, and then they made Ouija 2, and you really like that one. And now they made Annabelle shitty, and then Annabelle 2 really good.
It's a great movie. I really enjoyed a lot. Pretty much, I don't really have that many complaints about Annabelle Creation. I thought it was creepy. I liked the violence, rated R.
Yeah.
Which Bucky and I both thought it was a PG-13 movie, and we were like, how are they getting away with this?
The first Conjuring was rated R. I believe Conjuring 2 was R, but the Annabelle was PG-13.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so. I don't remember exactly.
That's not on the record. Don't hate on us in the comments.
Let us know in the comments what Annabelle is rated.
We can't Google it.
Yeah. It's more like we just don't care to look it up.
My 2 complaints with the Annabelle Creation would be the creepy dad. I thought his line delivery was just kind of like bleh. And then again, not a big complaint. And then the 3D holographic picture.
Oh yeah, the
Valak in it.
Who's that in the background?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we should shoehorn the nun.
It would have been more creepy if she was just in the background.
Yeah, not a holographic photo in like what year does Annabelle Creation take place? Like the 50s or something?
Something like that.
And they're just looking at it, it's like, well, what about that nun? It's like that. It looks like a fucking demon, and they're just like,
I never met her before, but I really like the change of like setting.
Yeah,
like a desert. Like
it's almost like Nacho Libre, like
Nacho
Libre
a horror version of Nacho Libre.
Meets the Conjuring Universe.
Just the creepy imagery in this one. I like how they kind of break a lot of like horror tropes. Like it's like all children like cast. Like I've never really watched a horror film where it was like an orphanage. Like it was just a nice different story.
The Woman in Black 2 is kind of.
And the orphanage,
that shit show,
and the Devil's Backbone. There's a lot of horror movies with kids in them.
Well, I know, but it was just a nice like change of pace from your typical like modern horror that comes out.
Yeah, true. It wasn't teens running around that are all shitty people.
But there are some horror tropes in Annabelle 2 that I actually enjoyed, like the car not starting.
Because they made it creepy with the scarecrow.
Yeah,
and then did you guys like get Friday the 13th vibes from this film.
Sort of.
There's two like bigger like Easter eggs. I don't know if they intentionally did them, but I forgot the second one. It was a word of dialogue when I was like, oh, but I forgot it and I hate myself for it. But the other one is obviously the Scarecrow just looks like Part 2 Baghead Jason. Like it has the same type of flannel bag head. I'm really surprised that they showed like the demon so early when she turns around and says, "Your soul." Dude, like the fact that it was so early in the movie, it caught me so off guard, and I was just like, "Ooh!"
Another like little tip of the hat was like to the first Halloween when Annabelle's got like the sheet over her.
Oh
and,
yeah.
But then obviously it's revealed there's nothing underneath it. But I thought that was maybe a little bit of a nod.
Possibly. They also give a nod to the actual Annabelle doll, which is a Raggedy Ann doll, if you didn't know that. But
which I got so hyped when they did that.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey!"
It was awesome. Anyways, moving on to number 1, the film that started it all, of course, The Conjuring.
Ooh, I've seen this movie so many times now but I still get scared every time. Just that bedroom scene where
she's describing something in the
yeah,
dark.
she's describing something behind the door, and it just shows that shot of just black.
Yeah.
And you can't see anything, but they see something, and it's just like, ooh, it makes my skin crawl every time. And it goes in with what we've been saying on the channel: when you don't see something, a lot of the times it's more scary.
Right, because you have to fill in the blanks. It's a great throwback to like 70s horror. It's a little bit slower paced, but the scares are there. I actually showed my 9-year-old niece that movie not too long ago. She wanted to watch it, and I said it's really scary, and she was like, okay. She's like, let's do it. And I said, all right.
I particularly like Patrick. His name's Patrick Wilson.
Patrick Wilson, yeah.
I particularly like his performance in that movie. I think he really killed it. And Conjuring 2, he gets a little silly.
Had the singing scene.
Yeah,
where they're singing Elvis.
I mean, I think that scene works, but I kind of like. I liked his performance better in the first one. He's, I think, the most interesting character in that movie.
Nice. A movie.
A film. A horror film.
One thing that we haven't really mentioned yet is just the cinematography and the soundtrack.
Agreed.
In The Conjuring is awesome. Like, I revisited The Conjuring 1 not that long ago, and there was, like, songs in there that I don't remember seeing in there, and there's a whole bunch of like one-shot takes in that movie. I'm just like, looks like the cinematography is even great.
It's a great movie.
The soundtrack, spooky as hell. The basement scene, like the final like possession scene, absolutely terrifying.
Yep.
And we haven't seen anything like that in any of the other movies, really, as terrifying as that. And all of these movies have jump scares in them, and you know how much like. We don't hate jump scares. We hate when cheap modern horror is nothing but jump scares and oh, it's my friend. Like, does a loud noise always happen when your friend enters the room and it scares the shit out of you? No, there's plenty of jump scares in these films, but it's mixed with terrifying imagery, which it cancels each other out. The jump scares are good, but the best thing about The Conjuring is just the terrifying imagery of it. Like, two of my favorite parts are obviously... Well, we've already mentioned the behind the door scene, and just when she's playing the clapping game and she gets trapped in the basement, and before she goes into the basement, the door slowly opens and and the piano down there plays the same notes that she like earlier with her husband. She was just like, oh, look at all this dusty stuff, and she was like messing around and she played the like 3 notes on a piano, and the door. And then when she goes in there again later that night, the door slowly opens and you hear the same 3 notes, and it's just like such a terrifying sound of doom, doom, doom. I was just like, ooh, goosebumps.
Very creepy. So that's our ranking of the Conjuring universe. Let us know what your ranking is in the comments down below. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and drop us a subscribe. Yeah. We talk about movies, video games sometimes, action figures,
let us know,
comic books.
Let us know if you think The Nun is going to be a good movie.
It's probably not going to be. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like on it.
Of course.
I'm Nate from Out of the Basement. I've been joined with Steven and Justin.
See you guys later.
And we will see you next time.
We gotta wake Justin up. Justin. Someone's at the door. We gotta go home. Holy shit. You okay, buddy? Justin?
Dude, where the fuck is he?
I don't know, man. That was too obvious.
You will drown in a lake of fire.
Like Johnny Cash?
Holy water.
What the fuck is that?
Don't! Sacrifice your soul to this, bitch.
No!